Supreme understanding. I'm trying to kill some time before I gotta load all these boxes into the car. I don't even know how they gonna fit. This ain't even the type of car you put all these type of boxes into. But you know how I abuse my whips. I'm gonna get right to the point of why I'm even recording the video. Besides the fact that I'm killing time. I did this video on depression, man, and a lot of people responded real positively to it, man. They said, man, you know, it's real good that you shared that and you were courageous enough to really tell your story. And you know, hell, I wrote books. I thought I told my story. You know, how to hustle and win. Most of that was my story. You know, it was other people's stories too, but it was just other people's stories that kind of reflected my own story. But I never felt like the autobiographical type of dude. Like it was never really about me. I don't really ever want anything that I do to be about me. You know, if you get my books, I hope you're not getting them because it's just me. Like maybe something I say resonates with you, and so you checking for the next thing that I'm gonna write. But yo, I don't want anybody to feel like I want things to be about me, because it's not about the messenger, it's about the message. I feel fortunate that I'm in a position where I can share that message with people in a way that people, you know, are attracted to it. So I figure I'll go a little bit deeper into my story, and maybe that'll resonate with some people too. As I explained how to hustle and win. When I was in high school, you know, I basically got the Malcolm X speech, man. My guidance counselor told me I wasn't college material. And, I mean, that was just one of many instances where motherfuckers told me I wasn't gonna be shit, that I wasn't shit and I wasn't gonna be shit. You know, ain't nobody ever tell me I was stupid. Then again, I probably had some motherfuckers that thought I was stupid because of how I carried myself. But for the most part, people didn't say I was stupid. They just really was like, yo, you head on the path to self-destruction, da-da-da-da, so on and so forth. Now, that may have been true, because I was on some bullshit for a good amount of my, you know, while I was in high school, really. Got kicked out of one high school, had to go to another one, you know, and even there, was fucking up. And, you know, was in the streets, running from police like every other day. We was running from police when we didn't even do nothing. You know, drinking away my depression. I was drunk every day. This is like 14, 15. You know, I started running away from home when I was 9 years old. So, like I explained, I went into all that. And there's so much more. I'll do other videos. I'll talk about all the other stuff. So basically, man, it's the whole idea of like when somebody just tell you that you ain't gonna be shit. Because it's like, even if you gonna tell somebody that's young, like, yo, man, you headed on the wrong path, if you ain't gonna give them no game or give them no jewels or give them no guidance or even like give them an opportunity to do better, like, what you telling them for? Like, what is it, scared straight? Like, what's that gonna make a person do? If you tell somebody, like, if you tell somebody that's real fat and they can't stop eating, like, yo, you're gonna kill yourself, like, that's gonna make them wanna lose weight? Like, we don't apply the same logic. Like, yo, if you tell somebody who's, like, strung out on crack, like, yo, that crack gonna kill you, that's gonna make them stop smoking crack? Like, nah. So, really, like, keep your mouth shut. Like, if you ain't got nothing to say to help nobody, keep your mouth shut. Motherfuckers so worried about motherfuckers pants sagging and shit like that. Like, yo, my pants sagged I grew up in the 90s, man. If you was a dude that grew up, especially up north in the 90s, you was sagging back then. Like, if you was not, you was, like, in the house. Like, that's it. You didn't come outside. So when I hear dudes now, like, in their 30s, talking like, yo, sagging is faggots and, like, yo, what era? Where did you grow up? Like, who was you? Cause I remember dudes like that, and not saying that I was like, man, I don't even know, like, really, like, dudes is cornballs, just bottom line. And what it is they've turned them being a cornball into like the new standard of how you supposed to be. So it's like, yo, if you sagging, now that's some homo shit. Like, yo, I know motherfuckers that like will tell you the real history of it, and I go into the history of it and how to hustle and win, but not even to spend too much time on that. But it's like, yo, you heard somebody else say that, so just because you heard somebody else say that, you running with that. Like, come on, man, get the fuck out of here. And yeah, like the new style, like the skinny jeans sagging and just the booty showing, like that shit do look funny. I know, multicolored jeans and all that shit, like that shit look funny. Yeah, I know that, you know. But at the same time, it's like, how is that helping somebody? You telling them that, like, yo, you so offended. Why are you so offended? A lot of these dudes is really offended because they offended by black males, period. Whatever a black male do, if a motherfucker had dreads, and dreads was something you could talk about, and motherfuckers really do be talking about dreads. Like, that's the worst shit happening. So, I'll be looking at, like, in Atlanta right now, man, the graffiti is growing. Graffiti is all over the place in Atlanta. But ain't nobody talking about how graffiti is so offensive to their eyes. Why? Because it's the white boys doing this shit in Atlanta. Motherfuckers in Atlanta is not complaining about graffiti. Now, when black people start doing graffiti in Atlanta, that's when there's gonna be a problem. That's when it's gonna be time to criminalize the shit. Ain't nobody talking about, yo, we need to arrest everybody that spray paint. Nobody's saying that yet, because we know it's the white boys doing it. Wait till it start being a whole bunch of black people doing it. Wait till it start, like, yeah, just wait. Wait, because that's what motherfuckers wait for. Like, and that's what it goes back down to, because it's like, when I was in high school, like, that was what I remember. I remember it was like, yo, whatever the young men did, that was the worst shit ever. So, like, even though I was intelligent because I challenged the structure, like, I challenged the school all the time, like, I challenged the teachers all the time, they was like, yo, we don't like this dude. They didn't put me in no magnet programs. They didn't put, I mean, this is some elementary school. I never got in no gifted, nothing. Like, you really gotta be, in order to really get pushed along in that fast track, that academic fast track, you gotta be like that sit down and shut the fuck up and that type of dude. You can't be no rebel. You can't be that. It don't matter how smart you are. It don't matter how gifted you are. If you challenge the system, and I'm talking about as a child, and they can come up with a whole bunch of words for it, but if you ask questions like, yo, why we gotta do this? You know what I mean? Like, yo, how does this helping me? I used to ask, like, yo, how is this math gonna help me in life? Now that I'm an adult, I know, but back then I ain't know, and ain't nobody tell me, and ain't nobody want to tell me. They just call that some insubordinate shit. So basically, my high school guidance counselor told me, yo, you ain't college material, start looking for a job. I'm like, yo, I got 1390 on the SAT, so don't worry about my little 2 whatever GPA. Don't worry about all these classes I cut. Like, yo, obviously I'm smart enough. Why the fuck is you telling me this shit? Now, she was white, but she's the vice principal of this school now, the same high school. So she's in a position now, and everybody I talked to from Lincoln High School has told me that she said the same thing. So it's like, now she's in a position to tell more people that, to crush more young lives? But ain't nobody gonna complain about her. The same motherfuckers that's so worried about pants sagging, they ain't got shit to say about the conditions that young people growing up in. You ain't vocal about that shit. Motherfuckers so vocal about what the fuck color a girl hair is, ain't nobody vocal about the damn child predators that's out there. Ain't nobody vocal about none of this shit that happens to us, only the damn symptoms that we show to show our victimization. Nobody worry about the damn perpetrators of the victimization. They only worry about what the hell traumatic symptoms the damn victims is showing. Yeah, if this motherfucker is traumatized and screwed up and all that, then he may not be able to be a responsible father. But you're not going to address the things that's happening in society that make that shit happen? You just going to act like we fucked up? This should go back to the video I did on what's wrong with black people. If you going to say all this shit, then please explain why when you look at black people in other parts of the world, you don't see the same symptoms. Obviously, white motherfuckers in America done did some special shit. Ain't that shit obvious? If you can go into Ghana and you don't see that shit, you know what I mean? But you can go into Detroit and you see motherfuckers looking like they came straight from Ghana, but you seeing a totally different pattern of behavior, but you just gonna blame it on somebody being black. And that's what it all boiled down to. Like, people, I hear people all the time tell me, yo, I lost faith in black people. Man, you lost faith in your motherfucking self, man. Don't talk about other people. You lost faith in yourself. You keep your low self-esteem quiet. Like, keep that shit to yourself. You know, and motherfuckers will rub that shit off on you, man. Like, so basically, she wanted to tell me that I wasn't gonna be nothing. So here I am now. I got invited to go back there and speak and do the commencements at their graduation, but you know, I guess they figured out what I was gonna say, so they, you know, they kind of like said, nah, we can't do it no more. But I would have loved to call her up on stage and give her a piece of my mind. Be like, okay, I wasn't gonna be shit, right? Count these books behind me, you know, and that's just today. So chew on that. And those of y'all that are like condemning young brothers and young sisters out there, man, stop that shit, man. Condemn yourself. Condemn yourself. But if you ain't gonna help nobody, just be quiet. Peace.